Do you know that Davido's Fall was the first African song to take Afrobeat global in 2017 as it introduced many Americans to African music? This is coming in from a particular blog, and I think we need to understand it from a different point of view. That is something I feel about that. But a lot of Nigerians are quick to despise the contributions of Davido in terms of Afrobeat, and this is really heartbreaking at the time. This guy has actually made the mark, although he came from a rich background and startup was actually easy for Davido because his father bought him out of a contract which would have been a slave deal for him by now. That is something I feel about that. What are your own takes about that? This is like a recap coming in from Afrobeat blog. Based on the recent residual challenge, jumped in by a person of Cleobelly, Burna Boy's ex-girlfriend right now. That is what a lot of people are saying. Based on her lyrics, a lot of people are saying that she is really, really, really upset with Burna Boy, and then saying that she actually spoke directly to Burna Boy in those songs. Yes, when you listen to her song, you will get to understand that, man, that was from a place of heart. That is something I got to understand about this particular story that is trending on social media, and a lot of people are having their takes on it. Guys, people are coming out to blast Spotify, especially the likes of Snoop Dogg, who came out to say, you know what, for 1 billion stream on Spotify, I was paid $45,000 for it. This is quite exploitative, and he is leaving Spotify according to the report. And a lot of people are now coming out to justify the position of Spotify on it. Based on what we got from a particular executive of Spotify, he said, you know what? When you co-wrote a song and then sampled a song and the rest and do other things, so you have to earn less because they have to remit royalties to other people that contributed to that song. But when you did your song solely, you earn a lot. That is, you could earn like from a billion streams, like $5 million. That is something coming in from Spotify, executive. And this person is a particular, podcaster, actually came out with his own explanation of a lot of things and saying that Spotify is like a money machine that is meant to siphon money from the fans down to tech goons. That is something this guy actually said in this particular video. Let's catch a glimpse.
Snoop is leaving Spotify after revealing that he only made $45,000 off of 1 billion streams. God damn! He's pulling his music off Spotify and taking his talents to Tune FM, a blockchain-based streaming platform. Spotify is not going to be around forever. Let's talk about that. In fact, it's time for a Pit Viper mega rant. Spotify and other DSPs are not designed to serve artists. The major labels, who still control licensing, are sitting on Spotify's board and cashing out on their equity stakes. A lot of people don't know this. The labels have different deals with Spotify than an independent artist, so they make more money per stream. The companies that control the way that music is distributed have devalued music so they can make more money. Daniel Ek has cheapened the value of music so he can cash out $300 million in stock offerings every year. Where'd all the money go? It's a financial machine designed to funnel money from music fans into the pockets of tech billionaires and corporate executives. They don't give a about you. This isn't just a Spotify problem. It's an industry-wide tech bro takeover. I don't know if Tune FM is the answer, but Web3 music products will be the solution that saves musicians from the dark ages.
Do you quite agree with this guy? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section. On the other hand, Spotify executive, they came out to actually give a clarity to that a lot of us are getting to understand right now, that Snoop Dogg in that song, maybe not being right arm, maybe he sampled somebody and all those kind of things. So he does not expect royalties alone. They have to share. That is something I got to understand from the explanation of Spotify executive. Let's listen to him.
I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
Have you seen the viral Snoop Dogg video? He's talking about how his music had 1 billion streams.
Yeah.
And he thinks that his check was less than $45,000.
If you have 1 billion streams on Spotify, we're going to pay out $3 to $5 million for it. The range is because it depends what countries the streams are in, and premium listeners, so on. 3 to 5 million. That's well documented. 80% or so goes to the recording side. 20% or so goes to the publishing side. For that song, I think it was Young, Wild, and Free by Snoop, released with Atlantic, so major label. I don't know Snoop's terms. Wiz Khalifa, Bruno Mars were on the track too, so was there an advance someone's recouping? What are the splits there? I couldn't tell you. On the publishing side, that's around 20% of that payout, and on that song there's 13 songwriters. And so I don't know if there's samples, I don't know what else, but there's 13 writers on that song. And so when I was doing some in the back of the napkin, I think maybe Snoop was talking about just the mechanical royalties that he might have gotten from that one song. If you're DIY artist, things are pretty simple. If you own 100% of your music and you write and produce it yourself, if you have there are billion stream songs that are fully independent, that person's getting the full 3 to 5 million. Once you're signing label deals, sometimes it's great terms, right? Maybe you get a life-changing advance, and that's awesome, but you're just not going to earn as much back
in royalties.
This will actually show you that, the likes of Burna Boy, the likes of Whiskey, Davido may not be earning a lot on Spotify if their song is not original of them. That is something you get to understand about all of this. Remember that Burna Boy did a song called Last Last. That song made a huge impact in the music scene in the US. And somehow, a lot of people are saying that, yes, Burna Boy may not really earn a lot from that song because 60% of royalties is going to Toni Braxton, that her work was actually sampled. What can you make out of this? I want you to put that in the comment section. But based on the history of Burna Boy's, Davido and Whiskey, Burna Boy has actually sampled over 65 songs in his career. We have Whiskey with over 63 to 64 songs in his career, and then Davido with about 20 songs in his career. What can you actually make? That is, the person with the less sample is making a lot of money. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos. Thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.